Hi friends and fellow Earth Angels, it's Gladys and welcome back to another one of my weekly Sunday card readings. And this spread will start by covering June 13th through the 19th, or whenever you got it to watch, as I always intend these to be timeless readings, meaning I post a new reading every week with originally starting with the intention to support you for the week that I post it. But I also know that these readings and the messages can feel like layers. So if at any point you also would love some more guidance or insight, especially if you're having a tough time, I encourage you to go into my weekly reading playlists or my pick a card readings. You can watch the same video 5 times and get 5 different messages. That's how powerful and fascinating and liberating and wonderful the divine works. So this week can be an intense week energetically. I'm feeling the sensitivity of Earth Angels this week. We do have Jupiter going retrograde, so that will have us at Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury going retrograde. And it is the last week of Mercury retrograde. So it's an intense week in a sense of energy, right? Things coming up to surface. So this week I planned a reading to nurture you. So this would be a really good week, I feel, or a time whenever you're guided to watch this, to seek solace, to be with your emotions and feelings. You could feel extra sensitive to energies around you. I would encourage you to be mindful of projections, judgments, criticisms of yourself and others. And if you can just kind of look at the experience of how you're feeling, what you're experiencing in a non-judgmental space of observation. And I always encourage inquiry questions, right? Asking the divine, what am I learning from this situation? How should I move forward from here? What's the next step, right? And being able to create space and pause for that, those guidance and those messages to rise up or present themselves in your world around you through signs and numbers and animals and repetition in your life. So this week I want to support you and send you lots of loving energy. I want to send you lots of comfort, lots of nurturing. So this week I chose to work with Mother Mary. I'm going to pull a card in aspects. So this card is designed around the aspects of Mother Mary. So it's all based on a representation of the Mother Mary, Queen of the Angels energy, and each card holds an aspect of her. So I'm going to pull a card from this, and then I'm going to use the numerology guidance cards as what you could be faced with this week. It could be a challenge this week. And then also it also is connected to, the cards are also connected to numbers. So this also could be, the number that comes up could be a sign for you this week. If you're being challenged in this specific area, it can be a reminder that she's there supporting you. And so this deck, Mary, Queen of the Angels, my intention in this is what she's supporting you with, extra support. And then what Mother Mary is gifting you with this week. And then I'm going to finish with an overall message of empowerment from the Soulful Woman deck. All right, friends, so let me start by opening up space. Let me invite in all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, the divine mother and father, and all their holy beings of light that would like to assist with this guidance for you this week. Specifically, Mother Mary, Queen of the Angels, the Goddess Mother, Then I'm going to ask that the messages that come through be for your best and highest good and the best and highest good of all concerned. All right, friends, so right off the bat, I'm feeling the Mother Mary energy reminding you that she's with you and present. I'm seeing the rose energy. So if you're feeling maybe you need extra love this week or a reminder of it, pink roses, yellow roses, red roses are always wonderful to have around. Maybe you'll just catch the eye, like the eye of the rose while you're out and about. I love having fresh flowers in my living room, and right now I have 3 beautiful red roses in my bouquet, and I just love it. I feel the nurturing energy and the love and the gift, right, of nature. So anything that can support you with the feeling essence of love this week to counter the intensity of the vibration that's happening on this planet could be a blessing and a benefit to you. All right, Mother Mary, what aspect of you do you want to share with the Earth Angels this week? Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, wonderful. Our Lady of Soul Birth. Oh, I see us nestling into the bosom, the womb of the divine feminine essence, being able to relax into that energy. So I'm seeing being open and receptive to love, to nurturing, to sweetness within yourself, right? With the connection with your divine. The card here is number 5. 5, we're in this massive 5-year of transformation and change. It's a powerful time for us to change our approach to things, the way we think about things, the way we look at things. So also to nurturing your own transformation. There's a time for action, and then there's a time for rest and repair. I think about when somebody is weightlifting, right? They're lifting heavier weights, and then the recovery time, the days off are just as important, and the healing of those muscles are just as important as the action of lifting the weight. So I'm feeling like many of you have been probably metaphorically lifting weights, right? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. And so I feel like this week, you're being encouraged to let it be a recovery week. If you're trying to do something or trying to force something and it's not working out, just kind of leave it alone, take a step back. I'm also feeling guided to remind you about grounding techniques, right? I'd gone out the other night, and I noticed that I was completely ungrounded. I mean, I was driving and I knew where I was going, but in my mind, I was driving to another place. Like, I knew where I was going, but my body was driving me to a different location. So again, this is what I mean about feeling maybe spacey, feeling like confused, feeling ungrounded, right? So, reminding yourself of paying attention to how you're feeling, being vigilant and mindful, checking in and aligning to, if you're going to take action or you're going to have experiences, you're going to go somewhere, checking in and just saying, okay, is this in my best interest right now, right? Instead of trying to force something or to do something. So I'm going to read more from the deck here. This deck is very specific and has its own language and its own messages, which are valuable. So I'm going to share a little more insight here into Our Lady of Soul Birth. Oh, it says, you and I have never been separated. Though you may fear it to be so, my beloved one. Yet as you grow, I grow. As you suffer, I suffer. As you celebrate, I celebrate. When you rage and grieve, so do I rage and grieve. It says, your journey upon this planet is held within my loving embrace and is my journey too. I am with you always. We cannot be parted. I accept all parts of you and all parts of your journey. There's nothing to hide from me, for I am in your life with you. When you reject parts of yourself, you reject me. When you love yourself, you love me. Love me, dear one. Love yourself, and your radiant soul grows into life, into light upon the earth. It says the soul journey is a gritty one, right? It entails encounters with realms of light, with pure love and heavenly rapture. It also entails encounters with negativity, fear, doubt, shame, grief, anger, and suffering. So friends, this week, the Mother Mary here is reminding you that you're fully human and you're fully divine. So I'm feeling like we may be experiencing our humanness this week, right? And it's really important to be mindful that, there are parts of you that are not shaming and guilting and blaming and really being hard on yourself. And I can speak to this message because this has been life homework for me and being very mindful about how I speak to myself. I have had a history of verbal abuse right from early childhood, based on my sensitivities, right? So, my life's work personally has been detoxing these programs and these belief systems and these patterns that aren't in alignment with the essence of who I am. And that is always changing, friends, day to day, right? So as you pull back from fixing and saving and changing and making better, you are now becoming more hyper vigilant and sensitive to your own inner voice, to your own guidance, to the parts of you that are speaking to you and how they're speaking to you. And if we can just sit with this and observe it, this is kind of like, it feels like the Shakti energy, right? When we're observing that we're observing and we're observing that we're experiencing. Friends, there's so much wisdom. I'm seeing us going deep, deep, deep within the womb, right? The essence of the knowing of all that is. We are bringing to light all those things that have been unconscious, unknown, right? Those things that we haven't been aware of and how we've been operating on cycles and patterns and rhythms, right? So, and you've already moved through a lot of this. You've already kind of moved through these experiences, the emotions, the purging. I myself have said, and I've heard clients say to me, gosh, I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm losing my mind. And, I always say, and my teachers and mentors remind me too, that's a good thing, right? It's a good thing to become aware of these experiences, because I believe in my work, in my own personal work, that the knowing and the connections and the realization of these patterns and these cycles is the healing. And you can't not know these things, right? You don't know until you know. And then when you know, you do better. And this is the evolution of the spiritual journey. And just understanding, embracing our humanness, when we're in joy, fully embracing it. When we're in pain, fully embracing it and asking the questions of the pain. What are you teaching me? What are you here to show me? The people that are in your life, instead of constantly forgiving and making excuses for reasons why, how can you kind of go within and ask yourself, what am I learning from this? What do I need to know about this energy? And then you can forgive those energies in your life, those people, places, things, and ideas, by being able to alchemize it, saying thank you genuinely for being in my life and teaching me about this experience, this emotion, this feeling, because earth angels are being cracked wide open in sensitivities and intuition and insight and information that the divine is downloading to the planet and those that are open at this time. So rest in the bosom of the Mother this week. Okay, so what does Mother Mary see, feel, know could be a challenge for you this week? And then what sign can show up? So it's kind of like a synchronicity here, double messages for you. What could be the challenge this week? And then the number sign to support you with that challenge. Oh, beautiful. Follow your dreams, right? This could be a space where we're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. It's too painful, right? I don't know what the next step is. So the energy can feel a little murky, right? And so in order for us to have a clear vision going forward, it's almost like we have to clean the mirror. So the other day I was doing some mirror work. One of the things I work on is self-esteem and worth and value and being good enough, right? So I do mirror work. I bring my meditation pillow and I sit myself right in front of the mirror and I look into my eyes and I talk to, the soul self and soften, breathe, relax, and open. And I realized that my mirror was dusty and dirty and spotty. And I was sitting there and it was like, I need to clean my mirror in order to see myself clearly. And it was so symbolic for me of the shadow stuff that comes up, the difficulties, the challenges, the frustrations, the emotions, the feelings. It's almost like that's the stuff that accumulates, right, on the soul, the clear image of ourselves, our authentic selves, right? And there's a lot of you that are detaching from belief systems, old ways of doing things, programmings, right? So I feel like this could be a week to clean the mirror. Literally, if you got mirrors in your house, go clean them. And then look at yourself with a clear view. I'm also seeing glasses. I wear glasses and contacts, depending on how my eyes feel. I find myself very often cleaning my glasses because I can't stand like smudge marks or fingerprint marks or specks or whatever. And so for me, it's almost like I need to see clearly. And so understand, metaphorically, figuratively, you may need to clean the glass this week or clean your glasses this week, in order to see your dreams, your vision for yourself clearly, because it's really changed. And that could be in, like I said, doing a guided meditations on moving feelings and emotions. I recently did one of Steve Noble's one of Steve Noble's guided meditations on moving feelings. I will post it in the notes below, and it really cracked those repressed feelings that I was having wide open. It was so cathartic and so beautiful. And so some of you, if you've been immersed in action and escapism, or if you've been immersed and feel like you're drowning in experiences, a meditation like this can be really helpful for you to allow that energy to rise up. And I found myself at the end giggling and laughing, and it was just quite a beautiful experience. So clearing this week, shedding, releasing, because this is ultimately where you're going to be moving towards, right? Following your dreams. So if you're questioning your journey, if you're questioning the space you're in, number 85, God, that's such a powerful number. 8 is all about cycles and rhythms and patterns. It's connected to the infinity number. It's also connected to abundance, right? And the divine power. I'm seeing the energy of death and rebirth is never ending. So if you're in a place in your life where there's endings and completions, know that there's always a new beginning right behind it. 5 is all about change and transformation. So it's no coincidence that we have the 5 here and we have the 5 here. So again, it's a reminder that you're evolving, you're growing, you're shifting, and it's so beautiful and so powerful. And you know what, friends? We get to do this in a way that our planet and the Earth's people have never experienced it before, right? The generations before us have never been in this space, in this time, in this energy to be able to access the higher wisdom of the heart, right? The divine wisdom wisdom, the essence of the heart. And this is the seeds that have been planted within you and nobody else, right? So know that as you water and nurture your physical vessel, your physical body, drinking your water this week, having nourishing foods, right? The farmers markets are abundant and the farms are opening up here in New England. It's a really good time to get to, I feel like the ocean, the salt water of the ocean could be very cleansing this week. So it's not necessarily about doing, it's about finding a space that's safe enough to be and heal and cleanse. Maybe a magnesium foot bath, salt bath, Epsom salt bath with some essential oils could also be wonderful this week to really soothe the soul, kind of polish up your energy, right? Clean the glass, get some clarity, detaching from the expectations the way we thought our dreams and our lives would unfold, and kind of get back to the essence of the here and now. All right, so what is Mother Mary supporting you with this week? What is she supporting you with? Message of support. Oh, giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. And again, this also reminds me of the 8 energy, right? The infinite energy. So friends, come on, we have 3 cards here. And they are all in direct alignment with each other, right? So when we give from a generous space, so for example, when I share wisdom with clients, and they awaken, evolve, and shift, and they have their aha moments, and their eyes light up, I receive back. So it's an equal exchange if you can think about the 8 energy, or if you can think about the infinity energy. And this is my law of attraction with clients that I can bless, that can bless me as well. And experiences that I have with clients, I always imagine my heart as like my heart here and the client's heart here, right? So here, I'm here, they're here, and I imagine energy flowing back and forth from our heart centers. And it's a beautiful, equal exchange of giving and receiving, right? Because when they're receiving the guidance and the messages, they fill up, and then they give back that energy to me. And it's such a beautiful experience, right? And this is the energy vibration that we want to be in, but we need to ultimately do it with God and Creator and the divine first, right? So imagining your heart connecting to the heart of the mother, father, love energy, right? And that energy flows up the channel, kind of like that infinity 8, and then you receive back tenfold the love and the nurturing and the support and the peace and the joy from father, mother, love. And then that downloads into your heart, right? Rather than doing work or continuing to do work where we're giving to get, right? We've talked about this. I've talked about it very often in my previous readings, right? Like, well, I need this money, so I'm going to do this to get this, right? Feel like I need more freedom, so I'm going to do all these things to get this, right? Ultimately, and I know this can be a challenge, is that we want to get to the place where we feel free in the present moment. And remember, regardless of what's going on, you are absolutely free right here and right now. So right now in this moment, if you bring yourself to the present moment, right, and the experience you're having, you are absolutely free. You are absolutely feeling, or you are absolutely filled with the flow of love in your life right now. Love is with you. It's around you. It's your lover. It's your breath of life. It is your true essence, right? It's the awareness when the fish becomes it's the idea when the fish becomes aware that how do I say that? Cancel, delete that. How do I interpret this? It's the idea that the fish becomes aware of the water that it's swimming in, and it realizes that the water is its essence and its life force, right? So love is all around you. You're swimming in it. It's part of you. You're never separate from it. So drink from the fountain of love right here, right now, in the present moment, right? This is how we give and we receive. And then when you're lit up, you give generously, right? Especially those who may be challenged as being empathic and highly sensitive, right? That you can receive the abundance of energy and filled up from the universe, and then continue to share and love and gift the planet with your beautiful radiance and your sensitivity and the messages and the gifts that God implanted in you, within you, when you were born into this world. I just see so many earth angels really coming into their own, really evolving into their the seeds and their purpose, like a purposeful life where ultimately it's about giving and receiving and sharing love, right? There's lots of yellow here, which is connected to the solar plexus, the sunshine. Remember, the sun is what the sun rays on the planet is what allows the planet to grow, right? The sun's rays are food for the planet. So maybe some of you connecting with your inner masculine energy, the part that honors you and cherishes you and nourishes you and allows you to grow, right? The warmth of the sunshine, and that makes you shine, right? Let me see here. All right, what are you being gifted with this week? From the Queen of the Moon oracles. That reminds me, I just posted, we just dropped into the Gemini, the new moon solar eclipse in Gemini, which is all about communication, getting clear about our messages that we're presenting or putting out to the world. So I will link, it was a pick a card reading. I will link that in the description. I'll link that at the end of this video, but I'll also put it in the notes below, so that you could go in and check what your new moon messages are this week as well. It's a powerful, powerful time. This new moon is all about new beginnings and manifesting, and I feel like this is supporting you in that energy. It's kind of giving you a pathway of the how, right? How do I, or what do I manifest, and how do I create, and how do I embark on these new beginnings that are coming so rapidly in this 5 transformation. All right, so Mother Mary, what are you gifting the earth angels with this week? What are you gifting? All right, so there's 3 here. I'm going to take them. So the first one we have purity. And we have blossoming. Gosh, double 3 energy. Is this 3 too? Yes, 3 0, 3 3, and 3 4. Hot moon and extremes. I see. So here's the thing. We could, especially with Jupiter and Mercury and Saturn and Mars and Venus and the moon all doing their thing. We can feel spicy, activated, triggered, irritable, frustrated, right? All those fun human experiences. And so through that, if you can see it as a gift and being able to speak to and feel it, speak to the wisdom of it, connect with it, feel it, right? Go deep within. I feel like through this, you'll find the blossoming of your spiritual journey and how pure everything is, how pure the messages and the guidance come for you. So 3s, 30, 33, and 34. Wow. It's interesting how they came together because I've shuffled this deck a bajillion times. So we have lots of 3s here. 3s, I connect with the Holy Trinity. So the Hindu, Egyptian, Christian energies all have a trinity, right? Connected to the masculine and the feminine energy, right? Father, Son, Holy Spirit is the one that people typically know here. It connects to divine love, divine wisdom, and divine power. I feel like 3 reminds us of the threefold flame in our heart, right? So divine love is connected to Jesus. Divine wisdom is connected to the Holy Spirit. And divine power is connected to Source, Creator, God. So I feel like you're being reminded that, and it's believed that's all we need on this planet. All we need. It's the key out of the box, right? It's the key out of the box thinking. It's the key out of the 3D matrix and the world of illusions is divine love, divine wisdom, and divine power. Symbolically, it's the threefold flame in your heart, right? And as you continue to bring your attention to that threefold flame in your heart, as you continue to bring your attention to the idea of unconditional love, right? It activates that threefold flame in your heart and makes it fiery. It makes it grow within you, right? When we're lost in the world of illusions, that threefold flame can shrink to 1/8 of an inch inside your heart, right? My intention and the work that I've done is that that threefold flame encases me, right? It's not just in my heart. I am that. It is a way of life for me. It's a lifestyle. I'm not separate from it, and I can't not be it, right? And that's just taken years of experiences and knowings and meditations and teachings, right? And so this is what's happening on the planet is your earth angels on this planet are activating this threefold flame in their heart, again, connected to divine love, divine wisdom, and divine power. And they're blossoming and they're radiant and we're all finding each other. It's no coincidence that, in 2020 and 2021, my office has been closed and I've reached more people across the country than I ever have before. I'm working with people in multiple states and it's super fun. And I just feel like we're all, brothers and sisters of the light, and we're all finding each other for a reason because our flames are igniting, right? So understand when you feel like you're in this space, it's activating that threefold flame in your heart to kind of shed, to burn off, things that don't need to be with you anymore, and getting you back to the purity of your authentic self. The purity of your divine journey on this planet, which is all connected to love, friends, right? Know that you're blossoming here, right? The music of the heart song is flowing. Gosh, I love that, how that unfolded. All right, final message. Mother Mary, what is the overall message of love that you want to share with the EarthAngel Collective this week? Or whenever they're guided to watch, whenever this video shows up in their feed. Just make it loud and clear. All right. Self-renewal. Gosh. Birthing, self-renewal, blossoming, purity, soul birth, follow your dreams. Gosh, two comes in when we might be struggling with ego doubts and fears and worries, right? The intention is to remind us to have faith, right? To go higher, to connect with the divine. And the message here says, as I clean out old energies, I have more space for that which wants to be birthed in my life. Gosh, I couldn't have pulled better cards myself, right? So, and it's interesting because I'm noticing I'm being drawn to the eye here, the eye of the heart, right? All seeing. And look at the seeds that are growing from the heart. I'm telling you, heart energy and connecting with the wisdom of the heart and the divine feminine energy that's birthing within all of us on this planet in masculine and feminine energy, dominant energies. This feminine energy is really coming alive. And when we do that, we align to soul groups, soul partners, experiences that really nourish our souls, right? I just keep seeing ego, judgments and criticism and shames and guilt. I just see it all just falling away. But again, we've got to become aware of it, and we've got to be willing to detach from the identity of those beliefs that kept us safe, right? And just seeing all those energies just kind of crashing down, falling away. Kali is another energy that, comes in and takes off the rose-colored glasses. And it's like, I know what your purpose is, and I know what you're here for. I'm going to pull anything out of your life that's not aligned or is going to nourish that journey for you. So being able to accept and open and allow will help you with this transformation. Self-renewal. Gosh, so beautiful. All right. Final message. Another 3, creative cocooning. It says, creative cocooning is a freedom I give myself. I create a safe nest for peace, healing, and calm. Full circle. Boom. That's like the mic drop. God is so good. Oh, I just feel it's like full circle, which is so symbolic of our journey right now, right? Everything is coming full circle. What else can I say? Again, 3 energy, threefold flame. Look that up. Keeping, there's a beautiful, there's an artist that I'm obsessed with. The website is mariusart, I think, .com, mariusart.com. Or if you just, put in your internet search, Marius Art. And he's got a phenomenal picture of the threefold flame that I have. I have it hanging in my office. Do I have it hanging? No, I use it. I use it to teach people. It's not hanging. And I also have a painting. It's on a canvas, it's like on a canvas of the threefold flame. And that might be a symbol. It might be a symbol that you can add to your database. So going to research that. Maybe you can even print it out. You don't even have to buy anything fancy. You can print it out from the internet, the threefold flame, to remind you of why, right? Why, period. How, period. What's the point, period, right? Peace, healing, calm. Unconditional love. That's why we're here. All right. I think that's all I have to say. I'm being cautious, not cautious, but I'm being aware of my words and reflecting, because I know there's a lot of communication energy out here. So I want to be mindful that I'm being clear in the messages, and I'm being grounded in what I'm seeing. I don't want to miss anything. This whole bottom row is all about 3s. You could even go look up the 3 angel number. There could be so much more information in that as well. And I encourage you with these readings, if you have these decks, I always put the decks that I'm using in the notes below. So below this video. So you can go in and you can read the books if there's one that touched your heart. If there's a picture that touched your heart, you can pause this reading right here and look at the cards and let them speak to you and get more messages. There's so many dimensions to what you can do with these types of readings. It's so fascinating and powerful. Really cool how it all unfolds. So I'm going to stop talking now and I'm going to close space. So thank you. I'm going to thank all your guardian angels and guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, the divine mother and father, and all their holy beings of light that assisted with this guidance for us this week. I want to thank Mother Mary, Queen of the Angels, the Divine Mother, for her beautiful, nurturing, nourishing, cherishing, supporting messages for us this week. I imagine that in this moment, y'all take a deep cleansing breath and you just just make this small gesture of kind of moving your shoulders back, right? Maybe you're sitting and you're hunched over, or your chest is concave a little bit. I just imagine you taking a deep breath and like opening up your heart and lifting your chin upwards to the divine to receive that gift of love and purity and beautiful energy that is your birthright, that so many of us on this planet are craving right now. And in that essence, when we feel our heart fill up and we feel that warmth of that energy radiate through us as you take a deep breath, just imagine that energy and blowing it out. It could be a color, it could be pink, it could be red, it could be yellow, green, giving that energy to planet Earth, right? And all God's people, everybody matters, right? All God's people, breathing out and allowing yourself to receive that love back, right? Practice that this week. It could be really beautiful. So, if I can support you in any way, my information in how to get in touch with me, how to book an appointment with me, how to send me an email is all in the description box below this video. Please if this video touched your heart, please share this video with anyone that you feel could benefit. I really appreciate your support and your love and your kindness and your comments in these videos. It's very encouraging and supportive, and it always brings a smile to my face. And I love you. God loves you so much. Trust in the divine, trust your intuition, and I send you love with heavenly hugs. Bye for now.